Hello, Internet, and welcome. They cannot hear you, you're fine. My name is Cactus Rose Amber, and I am your host and GM today. Welcome to Season 2, you suck. Welcome to Season 2 of Better Than Paradise. This is Side Dusk. They're... The players, you can't hear them, but they are messing around and totally tormenting me right now, and it's hilarious. Finch, I can't dab on camera for you right now, but yes, welcome to Dusk. I'm also taking this moment to do a sound check. Please let me know if I can't be heard very well, if there's any struggle with any of the levels. I know that some people have said previously that I come across quiet while everybody else is louder, so I would appreciate if anybody lets me know. Sweet, thank you. So I'm gonna take a moment to let you guys remind you of some things. If I lost some stuff, so I'm kind of haphazardly doing this announcement. Sorry, guys. So this game is spaced, or is played with the Tales of the Loop tabletop system, which means that the kids will not die. Kids can be hurt, they can be locked up, they can be mocked, they can be displaced, they can be robbed or brokenhearted, but they cannot die in this game. Blackout Club, which this game is heavily based off of, states that while there is no excessive violence or gore, there are scenes of blood and evidence of crime such as kidnapping and murder. So keep that in mind going forward. Putting you guys on video for me was like the worst fucking decision, but I'm loving it right now. But now let's tell a story about some teenagers. Welcome to Haven Hill. You know Haven Hill. Everyone knows Haven Hill. Haven Hill is small. Haven Hill is content. Haven Hill, everyone knows everyone, and everyone you know is currently in school. Some people had science classes today, but no science teacher appeared. No substitute teacher appeared. Everyone did the typical thing of 15 minutes without a teacher, and they like reported to like the library or study hall or something along those lines, so they were not home. They weren't in class alone because school and that unspoken rule. Some of you actually managed to get a radio broadcast, and this is what it said.
Hello, Havenhill. Dan Davis here with some breaking, yet unfortunate, news. The body of Havenhill resident Declan Gallagher, age 43, was found behind Harmony High School yesterday after the Emergency Communications Center received a call. It is believed the homicide occurred late in the evening on Friday. His car was found nearby in the Harmony High parking lot with keys in the ignition. Gallagher's body was transported to the office of the chief medical examiner. It is reported that Gallagher received trauma to his upper body, with the final cause of death being ruled a heart attack. Detectives from the Major Crimes Division are investigating this as a homicide. If you have any information about this homicide, or if you were in the area Friday evening and observed suspicious activity, please call the Major Crimes Division. For those who are a little shy, but still want to aid in the quest for justice, Crime Solvers of Havenhill is offering a reward of up to $1,000 for information that leads to the arrest of the suspect. Anonymous tipsters can call Crime Solvers of Havenhill toll-free or submit a tip online. Until next crime, I'm Dan Davis from Havenhill News.
Alright, the internet can hear you now.
You left the room.
Justin, I was sitting there just watching you cackle, and I was like, what the fuck are you cackling?
I was looking for suspicious activity, like Dan Davis instructed me to.
You were certainly not looking for people looking for you.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
And yes, I also will never get over until next crime.
I know, that was so great.
So you hear about this between classes, maybe even after class when school day has wrapped up. But everyone is now aware that Mr. Gallagher died in the school parking lot even.
During school even, like between classes, there's just gonna be a message in Treebeard chat, just like, my god, you guys. That's it. That's it.
Wyatt is probably freaking out right now.
Understandably so, considering the role that Wyatt had played in taking somebody's car battery.
You could say he was the mastermind behind removing said car battery.
He wasn't the mastermind, he
about
was just the very effective one at removing the car battery, if I remember
The one who
correctly.
removed it, yes.
Yeah.
If you have proof of that,
I don't think there were ever any text messages exchanged about the actual car battery. I think when it came to light, that was all a verbal thing, so you don't have anything but word of mouth on that.
I'm not looking to incriminate him. With that being said, I would text Wyatt and I say, we need to talk after school.
Wyatt is going to hesitantly text back, I think we do.
Do you...
I hate...
Oh.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to ask if you were going to include the rest of your newly assigned teammates in this text message.
We can invite them after, but I don't want to inform them of Wyatt's terrible crimes in their first meeting.
There was no terrible crime!
And backup for Medusa here. I did receive a text asking if I knew how to remove a car battery.
Yeah, it was just asking if you knew how to. It didn't say that they did it.
But otherwise, I will text our newly assigned group. Let's meet up around 4 at whatever nearby park or fancy tree.
Fancy tree?
Theo
There is a car battery.
back.
Milo would say okay.
Milo's just along for the ride. And we love
Yeah.
him.
He has
And
a
yes,
smiley
there-
face on there, too.
Oh.
And unless someone took it, the car battery is still at Treebeard.
Oh my god.
Are you gonna return it to its rightful owner?
It's a little after the fact, don't you think? Like, I honestly, think about it. I bet the card's probably been taken as evidence at this point. So you'd have to, break it into, the impound lot. Get past
Just
all
leave
of
the-
the stuff.
Just leave it gift wrapped at the impound door.
I mean, that also is an option should you choose to take it.
Oh my god.
Barry Geller with the battery?
I don't think we're gonna get to see the body, but unless anybody else has something they want to do, we have a talk, Wyatt.
Oh, man.
So, it's after school. You guys meet up immediately as Wyatt leaves the room. No.
I thought you were gonna leave.
Yeah, I thought you were about to run out of your room.
I'm about to be like, nope, I'm not doing this. Yeah.
Nick would be waiting by the bike rack.
Okay.
Wyatt would meet him there and just probably looking a lot more, not necessarily sad, but he's just kind of like out a little bit, and he's like, "So you wanted to talk?"
Yeah, let's maybe like walk and talk. I don't think we want to like stay in one place for this. We can head over towards the park while we talk.
I assume this is about Mr. Gallagher.
Yeah. So, you don't have to answer, but, you did have, a hand in taking the car battery, right?
I mean, it wasn't my idea. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Okay. But they asked you to.
It wasn't their fault either.
Okay, then whose fault was it?
I mean, I don't... Just gonna kind of get quiet because he doesn't really know what to say.
Okay. Now, I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm not here to tattle on you. I don't care about whatever silly $1,000 reward. I just... Look. I appreciate that you and Lore were trying to look out for me and also get your kicks by pranking a teacher. But, at the same time, this is a little serious.
I didn't know this was gonna happen, and we don't even know... it was still, we didn't even see anybody when we went to do it.
Well, let's hope nobody saw you, but, we're already in danger ourselves from whatever the hell's been going on. So, just... I guess the point of this is, let's maybe keep our heads down a little more in the future? Maybe not steal car batteries?
So that sounds fair.
Okay. Because as insufferable as we find each other, we're kind of friends, at least.
No, I'm kidding. That was not in character, but he's just gonna be like, yeah, and I appreciate you not going to anybody about it. I promise we didn't know.
I don't think you meant to hurt anybody.
Just gonna
Alright.
kind of nod.
Okay, let's go meet the others.
As you guys go to meet up with the others, or at least on the way to the meetup spot, all of you receive a text from Avery. It appears to have been sent by the entirety, to the entirety of the groups of, what the fuck are you guys doing? No, sent to the entirety of the groups, and, it's from Avery stating details that he managed to uncover about Mr. Gallagher's death, stating that it appeared that he had tried to escape in his car, the car wouldn't start, and then he took off running and got caught, and that's where he died. Wyatt, you also get an individual text message sent specifically to you from Avery.
Great.
And it's much more serious than what you're used to. And it's Avery just reminding you that as much as you both grew up with everyone in the area, you can't necessarily trust everyone, so be careful what you say and to who. Because he has a theory, but he has no way to prove it just yet.
Man, he's just gonna text back. And he's just gonna say, alright, I will do my best.
There's a pause, but then you get one of his usual overly filtered cat photos. In a, almost like in an attempt to, like, comfort or lighten the mood. But it possibly missed its mark. Only you can decide. So where do you all meet up?
Whatever nearby park is like a common meetup place.
Well, Theo tends to meet up with Damien at a nearby park. Doesn't
There we go.
she? Doesn't. Huh? What? Tech difficulties.
Yeah.
I was chewing.
I
Okay,
know.
say
I
it
was
again.
trying to cover for you.
Thank you.
No, so Theo usually meets up with Damien at a nearby park, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you would know the most about the park if you want to describe it to people and try and set the scene.
Relatively close to the school, not more than 10-minute walk. Pretty open field. It has a volleyball court off to the side. Imagine there are some benches along the tree line.
Tennis?
Okay, it has a tennis court now.
I'm just bullying Dawn's side. Ignore me.
Maybe we'll see Eric over there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, now I need to check.
Anyway.
Like, hold on, let me make a roll. Is Eric at the...
We're rolling to see if there's a tennis court.
Oh,
Eric is not at the
There-
tennis court.
okay.
Oh, okay.
It's very important information.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. Wyatt only would have made fun of his outfit. Oh.
The nicest, largest tennis court you've ever seen. Huh. Like something in, like, Wimbledon. Who knows? Alright. So, who arrived at the park first? Did anybody claim a spot?
I suppose me and Wyatt would arrive first if we just headed there directly from school, saying to meet at 4.
Fair. Alright.
Don't make fun of Eric's highlighter pink sweat.
Oh god.
Oh my gosh, highlighter pink though.
That's his choice.
Yeah, no. I don't even know if you can pull it off though, let's be honest.
It's the confidence.
It's the confidence, yeah. It's all
Yep.
about how you present yourself, really.
Mhm.
Who wants to show up next, Theo or Milo? Theo? Okay.
Yeah.
Roll for fashion choices later. Later. That'll happen later. Alright, Theo, you show up.
They'd give a wave and approach the two, and I guess just right to the point. Hey, what's up?
Oh, well, we thought it would be best to kind of get a feel for what you guys knew versus what we knew, considering we've kind of been completely separated until this point. Also, thank you for that help with the pancake nonsense earlier.
I mean, I wouldn't call it a pancake, but yeah, absolutely.
Close enough.
Like a full stove cake.
That's close enough, you know. Wyatt's gonna wave hi to Theo, just trying to, like, he wasn't just, talking about Mr. Gallagher.
Not at all. Nope.
No. He's just gonna be like, I assume you heard on the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we actually had a few close encounters with him, but didn't think
Good or
something like this,
bad?
but mixed.
Do I dare ask for elaboration?
We'll wait for Milo to show up.
Hmm.
How long before you show up, Milo?
We can say soon.
Soon.
It's not-
Okay.
As Milo has the dog.
Yeah. Does
Wait.
Milo have Axel with him?
Milo
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
He does. Okay, good. Okay.
I've learned. I've made past mistakes.
Alright, Milo has Axel with him. Wyatt, you tend to leave Remy at home, so I'm assuming Remy is not with you.
No.
Tragic.
Damn.
Yeah.
We'll never see Remy.
Never see Remy.
One day.
We have to go back and get another Avery potluck.
There's not gonna
Yeah.
be an Avery potluck. I'm just telling you now, it's not happening.
Why not?
That was an Alex potluck
I'm talking
No,
at Wyatt's household.
at Wyatt's household. Oh, another maybe. Who
Yeah.
knows?
You have to make mac and cheese.
If I could choose good. Alright, so Milo shows up with Axel, and now the four of you, plus a very, very awesome dog, are chilling in the park.
Mhm. I is gonna say hi to Milo and then immediately go to pet the dog. Or he'll ask. He'll be like, he won't like say, "Can I?" He'll just like look and like point. Like, can I?
He'll say hi and then he'll say yes.
Okay, then Wyatt's petting the dog.
Wyatt's got his priorities in line.
Yes.
Hey, Milo, I don't think we really spoke much before.
No. Hi, I'm Milo. And then he'll put his hand out to shake.
Yeah, no, like, Nick's a fair bit shorter than you, but he'll kind of like, yeah, look up, shake hands.
Oh yeah, Nick is like a lot shorter, huh?
Yeah.
I think it's only 4 inches. That's not a lot, guys.
Wait, is Milo 5? I thought Milo was taller than 5'6".
Isn't Milo like 5'7"?
It still doesn't matter. It's only a couple inches. It's not like a full foot. God
No,
damn.
no, it's
Dramatic.
it's
Milo's
devastating.
6 foot, okay.
Milo's 6. Yeah,
No,
Milo's
I'm
six-
kidding, no,
so
no,
long.
I'm kidding, I'm
Not
kidding.
6
It's a
feet.
joke. It's a joke.
I'm like, Milo's
I
not
want to throw
6
some mad
feet.
shade right now.
There you go.
Like,
Anyway, so let's shake hands. Like, yeah, I'm Nick. We just kind of wanted to like get a, since this is like our group now, kind of. We just wanted to like get a feel for like what everybody knows.
Yeah. And that's Axel, by the way. But yeah, I can tell you what I know. It's not much, but you got it.
That's better than nothing, I suppose.
That's true.
Does Axel usually come out on any excursions, or?
Yeah, I take him everywhere with me except for school. They kicked me out the last time I took him to school.
No.
Why?
Yeah, they don't let dogs in there. Unless they're
Wait.
service dogs, and he's not technically a service dog. So,
Yeah.
You gotta take a test for that.
Technically.
You gotta take a test for that. Okay, well, so while Wyatt's off petting the dog, I'm just gonna like look to you two and just be like, so I don't know if
Listen,
you guys have been down in the weird tunnels below.
We have.
You have? Okay.
Mhm.
Because we kind of had our own little adventure down there. Pretty chaotic. Ultimately, we got papers for Alex that we don't really even get to know about. We saved a couple people down there when we could. I think we already told you about that. Yeah?
Did you say papers?
Yeah.
We got those papers, I think.
Alex gave you those papers?
Yeah. I think. Maybe.
What were the papers about?
I didn't read it. Someone else did, though. The other person in our group did.
They were pretty intimate
Reese
notes on people.
And Theo, I think, are the two that read some of the folders.
Yeah,
So
I gave...
I was gonna say, Maxie and I looked at them, but we were down there, but we were kind of in a rush, so we didn't get to see much.
Yeah, they
So
were
we just
really, not, well, creepily detailed notes on people, the kids that have gone missing.
I gave mine to the red, the lady that I, what's the word?
Arsonist.
Briar?
Yeah. That wasn't in character, but it basically was.
For a brief moment, I was beginning to hear like the Jeopardy theme, like.
Oh my god.
Very briefly, while Reiko was thinking there.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I gave mine to her.
Okay. Look, I'll be direct with you. I'm not too keen on asking anything of Briar.
Why? She's so nice.
Pretty cool.
She seemed sort to enjoy setting fire to buildings.
She set the forest on fire.
Oh, even better!
Why would you just say that?
It's true.
I think I saw that on the
Not
news.
helping her case.
No, but she's nice, I think.
Wait, so she set the forest on fire with you in it?
Yeah, but it was the help, so
What?
I think it helped.
I think this kind of outweighs any goodness.
It was a good fire.
Oh,
Yeah.
Anyway, that's where the papers went.
Not in the fire. They went to Briar.
No. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the clarification.
okay.
I mean, at least they're not on fire. But
Well, okay. Let's just move past this for now. We didn't come here to talk about the morality of forest fires.
you know, I actually think she was at my house the other day, and I think she said something about putting down some.
Yeah, she set fire to some other buildings. Remember?
Some stuff residential they were developing.
Yeah. So let's not continue talking about Briar's morality. Look, other things we knew. Avery told us about the now missing bio teacher, Mr. Gallagher. He was part of some group that were acting against all these voices, but we don't really know too much about them. So it kind of put like a retrospective light, because like he was like very scared and intimidating when I came to him in the past about a weird symbol we found out in that house in the woods, but it's clear that he was like trying to do it to kind of protect us. Yeah, Treebeard.
He's just gonna look up from petting Axel and be like, Treebeard.
Treebeard. Specifically Treebeard.
Milo will nod thoughtfully.
Yeah, so he was like trying to help us in some way, but like he was not very good at getting the message across. Regardless, it seems like whatever got him probably works for one of those voices, I would imagine.
That's not that great.
No, it isn't.
I'm sorry, that was funny. Yeah, I think Avery didn't really say much about who he was with. Just he said was brainworms bad.
Yeah.
I think
I think you're of that same mind now that you know that Avery's possessed.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah. So, do you guys have any, like, interesting information? Because, like, that's the most of what we got.
In what capacity?
Like, anything involving the voices or whatever creepy crap is happening over in Red Acre.
I said you went to the, I said you went to the moon?
Yeah, we did. Yeah. But then they told me it was in my head, but we still did, I think.
Technically, it was.
Moon in your head?
A liminal
So is it, like-
space in our minds.
Mm-hmm.
So, was it, like, very, like, a vision, or was it, like, you were
Did you
imagining
breathe?
things?
They were-
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna like. We kind of blacked out, and then we woke up, and we were not where we started.
Okay. So, like, while you were in this liminal space, they were moving your bodies elsewhere while you were on the moon?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Doesn't sound
Briar was there
terrifying
as
at all.
well.
That doesn't sound terrifying at all.
No, it's actually good because I don't think we would have made it out of there without that.
Okay, so whatever voice saved you by taking you to the moon?
Yes.
Okay. I don't really know many
Briar.
of these voices aside from Beacon. Do you know the name of that one?
Sentinel.
Sentinel. Never heard of him.
Is he nice?
Did not like the fact that Treebeard was the one being prayed to here.
I think they're
Okay,
nice.
I didn't know that it wasn't the tree. Okay, Lore prayed to the tree first. He's just gonna go back to petting the dog.
Also, Theo, you lost your shoes after the moon visit.
Oh right, I lost my shoes.
Like,
Yeah.
while you were blacked out?
Yep.
Nice shoes.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
It's rough, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, Wyatt, I didn't tell you this, but I think they can just find you wherever. Because, like, I just spoke to the, like, in my room at night, and they heard me, so.
Oh, so I didn't have to do the
No.
tree.
No.
Sight.
Have you seen those really creepy tall people with
No.
To go.
The ones with all the eyes.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we threw a paintbrush at one of those.
You did.
What?
Before Lord tased them, yeah.
You what?
Yeah, so while we were down, like, in the tunnels, when we were sneaking around, we kind of felt cornered by one of those people. And then someone threw a paintbrush at them, and then Laura grabbed a taser that we'd been lent to by Alex.
Are they okay?
We did not stick around to check.
I don't know.
We quickly got moving, and that's actually when was that when Sawyer showed up? Yeah. And then Sawyer let us out of the tunnels.
Yeah, he did the same for us.
Oh yeah, he did speak about helping a group before he came to us.
Milo found him.
Yeah, he was in a cell.
Oh, you guys got him out.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you, I guess, indirectly saved us. So, thank you.
Thanks.
This is also the group that saved in, was it Wyatt? No, it was Lore, I think, who got Oscar out.
Yeah, we were picking locks. We got Oscar and Annie.
Wait, I'm so sorry. I forget. Whose hand did Milo shake last time?
You shook
Was it
my
Nick?
hand. Yeah.
No, I mean like in the session like 0.
Oh, in the crossover, you did not shake my hand.
I don't
Must
know.
have been Lore.
It might have been Lore whose hand you
Yeah.
shook.
Okay, then he'll do that for both Wyatt and Nick, and he'll say thank you again.
Oh. Thank you.
Yeah, I think when you were thinking Lore, Nick and Theo were dealing with the pancake debacle, and Wyatt was watching. I think is how
Wyatt
that
was
went down.
managing.
Wyatt was managing from a distance
Yeah.
Yeah.
as his
Wyatt
brother
will,
fought the urge to chuck stuff at him.
Wyatt will look at Milo and just ask, like, is he doing okay?
I think so. Yeah, he helped me with my homework yesterday.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's not the easiest thing to through.
But yeah, no, it sounds like we each had our own adventures. Life-threatening. I don't really know if we have any like mission stuff to do as a group or anything, because I'm new to this whole working for Wyatt's brother.
Not just Green.
Wyatt immediately got defensive. He's like, what do you mean I'm working for my brother? No. If you choose to, you could text HQ and ask for, like, things to look into. Or you can decide to do something else. You guys kind of have an open option here.
Just spend the afternoon throwing a frisbee for Axel.
I mean, you could do that. You could do that. This will just be a really short session 1. So yeah, it's up to you how you guys want or what you guys want to do.
Oh yeah, we already sort of exchanged what we know about the house. Is there anything else you guys know or want to know?
If we already told you about remaking the symbol we found on the upstairs desk, then finding some more symbols hidden around that they then pushed into the tree, and then they like flashed for a second. But then they just do nothing now, so I don't know if there's any business on like finding all of it. I don't know if this is a collect them all kind of situation, or if it was just like a funky little thing.
Worth a shot.
We could go see if we can find anything else.
Yeah.
Sure.
And we did go get the one that we put outside.
Yeah,
Maybe?
we did bury that one. Kind of like under a rock. But like when we put that one in, okay, I don't know if you guys had this while you were in the tunnels, but like when we put this in the tree, and when Wyatt got too close to a room reverberating with weird noises, there was kind of like this buzz in the back of your mind, kind of like pushing you to do things.
Was it like the TV things?
TV? What?
The TV, like the buzzing red screens that line.
It was like static, but in your head.
In your brain.
Oh.
But like not like it's not like you can't think. It's more like just always something at the back of your mind, you know?
If you're uncertain, you can roll and make a check, and I can tell you whether or not you remember this.
Okay, yeah, let me look at my mouse is broken or breaking.
More tech
Okay,
issues.
so what would that be?
That would be probably a comprehend check. So I believe that's comprehend mind. I think that's probably the easiest check for this because
makes sense.
A lot of these are. Oh, hey, nice. Okay, you actually
Not
do.
bad.
Theo, specifically, you think the red speakers might be like kind of similar to what Nick is referring to. Might not be exactly the same, but that sensation feels similar to how Nick is describing it.
I think at least something similar, yeah.
Well, look, I'm gonna be real. If things go, like, well in whatever we do, hopefully we don't have it.
Yeah.
So,
Should we... Somebody from not Avery, to come with us?
To the house?
I mean, I'm for having a supervisor after last time you went in the backyard.
No comment from Wyatt.
Okay, anyone but Avery. Okay, listen.
Okay. Sawyer seemed really friendly. Maybe Sawyer's available.
You can totally send Sawyer a text.
You want me to text Sawyer?
And Alex seems to know a lot too.
He seems the most forthcoming out of the group, yes.
Oh, and Milo, who are you guys thinking? But Avery.
I have no preference. Whoever you're most comfortable with.
I don't trust Alex, like, at all.
Alex is cool!
I don't care if you think Alex is cool. They sent us into the maze with utterly no information. They said they would guide us, never answered the walkie-talkie, and then later we find out they had never even been in there in their life.
They
Oh.
haven't.
That's your opinion.
That's not my opinion! What are you talking about, Wyatt?
Okay, then Sawyer.
Okay. As long as it's not Avery.
If it can't be Avery, and I don't trust Alex, are you guys good with Sawyer?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna text Sawyer. Hey, are you free this afternoon?
There's a pause, and you do get a response from Sawyer. It's littered with typos. It's littered with typos. And he's like, sorry, I'm in the middle of investigating something. Let me get back to you, but soonest I can do anything would be tomorrow, as of this moment.
Okay.
Can we
So
help
we
you?
have...
Can Milo text that?
I would say to the group, like, oh, he's busy investigating. He wouldn't be able to help us today.
We have Briar's number.
You do not have Briar's number, no.
We don't
Damn
have
it.
Briar's number.
Try
And it's for the
texting.
best that we don't have Briar's number.
You could try
Why?
asking HQ for Briar's number.
I
But
feel
if
like
Wyatt says-
Avery's gonna crack down immediately.
Does Wyatt say that out loud?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
then
she said Sawyer.
Yes, yeah, Milo's gonna text Sawyer. No, Milo's gonna text HQ and ask if they have Briar's number in a group chat.
So,
Milo, how could you?
Milo just texts HQ.
Yeah, he made a group chat with him and HQ in
Okay.
it.
And asks for Briar's number.
Yeah.
You get a series of question marks from Sawyer. You get an ellipsis and a let me see if I can find it from Alex.
Okay.
And you get a message from Avery being like, if you text Briar, I'm removing you from all of this.
So I don't think
Milo
Briar's an
will-
option.
Milo will only give a thank you, Alex, and then the next message is a frowning face.
Okay. Nick's just gonna
Okay.
give a response to Sawyer, just being like, thanks for letting us know. We'll tell you if we find anything important.
Sawyer ends up responding to you, Nick, and says, yeah, thanks, and stay safe. Yeah, and it's littered with typos. There's just like, things are spelt phonetically, like you don't know if this is just how he messages, if he's doing like a really poor voice to text. You're not sure what the heck's going on with his messages.
Alright. So, it sounds like we're going without chaperones. So, I'm gonna say right now, Wyatt, that the backyard is off limits.
Hi!
Because I know as soon as we get out there, you're gonna start touching things.
The leaves are they're cool.
I don't care if they're cool! They were killing you!
The group chat for your team gets a message from Avery of, what the fuck do you think you're doing trying to get Briar's number?
And Wyatt's gonna text back, nothing.
I'm gonna text. I'm gonna text. I'm not the one who wanted it.
What do you think would happen if we set fire to the trees in the backyard? Theoretical question.
Are you texting that, Fia?
It's in the group chat? Is
No.
it, or is this like
This
out
is
of
out
character?
loud.
Wait,
Out
are you-
loud?
Out loud?
This is
Okay.
out
loud.
loud.
Something
I
tells
don't
me
think-
I don't think fire is gonna work.
Well,
And I don't
Avery
think
set
that
the
we need
leaf
to-
on fire, right?
Yeah. Was kind of why I was wondering if Briar could be there to like, burn something if we need to. Not the house. Like,
Okay, look. Let's go.
mhm.
We're gonna block off the back door, and we're gonna look around for cool symbols. Okay?
So no one
That sounds
responds
like a
to
plan.
Avery, basically.
No, we did respond to Avery.
Oh, okay.
Wyatt said nothing. No reason. Don't worry about it. It's none of your business.
Avery will
Okay.
remember this.
No!
How about this, Wyatt? If we go there, and the back door is completely untouched by the time we leave, I'll buy you dinner.
Fine.
All right.
Okay. Alright, so the four of you are going to Treehouse?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Is there a
Weird.
specific way you guys are going? Is there... Or...
I mean, we're probably just gonna go the way like Lore showed us the first time,
Okay.
unless we know of a quicker way.
You probably have like an idea of like a general direction now from like
Mhm.
between the two of you guys have been there, come from different directions, so you probably have an idea of like, okay, we can just go this way and we'll hit it eventually, kind of thing.
Okay. So like there's a road that goes like near enough by the woods in that section,
Yeah,
and then we
kind
just
of.
kind of.
It's almost like you guys, just by knowing it exists, you can just find your way there.
Okay.
All right.
Wyatt is low key still gonna be hoping for that for a text from Alex about Briar.
Like Sawyer about Brian's number, yeah.
Someone that can chaperone a backyard trip.
I don't think Briar can chaperone anybody.
Briar is an adult and therefore technically can chaperone. So you know what?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's good enough.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember what parts of house we searched.
There was a bookshelf where we got the moth symbol.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the kitchen is where we found the tooth symbol.
The basement was the star.
Yeah. That sounds right.
Yeah, okay. I just want to have that established that we know where we looked. Okay.
Okay.
And how many, like, pedestals, in big quotes, were there along the tree?
We weren't able to make out a total number of the notches in the tree.
Okay.
But we'll point them out to you now. We'll just be like, oh yeah, we put these ones in.
Okay.
And technically we have the one for these two little slots right here, but that's the one that does bad brain stuff.
Okay. So, you make your way there. It's a fairly straightforward travel. I assume you guys just all kind of like talk, get to know each other a bit more casually on the way there.
Gummy worms.
Take turns throwing
Gummy
sticks for.
worms.
I was
Take
literally
turns
about
throwing
to
sticks
say,
for Axel.
Yeah.
Theo absolutely has and will share gummy worms. Just
Can I ask, could we have... Man, actually, I don't know if Avery saw him. I was gonna ask if we could have stopped and Wyatt could have tried to find, like, lighter at their house or something, just in case need to burn a leaf.
You know, you probably could have found one pretty easily. Yeah, you probably could have found one. Should you have chosen to go home and look.
Just in case a leaf somehow ends up inside the
Unless
house.
it just falls through the door, like...
So
A little gust of wind pushed the door open and a leaf came in with it.
It's really strong winds today.
Mhm.
So you went home to pick up a lighter.
A lighter.
Yeah, on the way, just like
On the way.
remembering, yeah.
You best hope Avery ain't home.
You get the impression.
Was Avery home?
No. You get the impression, though, that the collection of lighters that you did find are all lighters that Avery has stolen from Alex. Probably in Avery's attempt to get Alex to stop smoking. But yeah, you have more than plenty that you can pick from. And you probably take one. Like, do you take one that's like practically full? Do you take one that's practically empty? Do you not think about it and just grab whatever?
Honestly, he wouldn't be able to tell. Probably, he would just pick up. He would just pick up whichever one he thought looked the cool.
All right.
Whichever one had a design on it, that's probably the one he picked up.
All right. So you get that, and then you go to Treehouse. Are there any other detours on the way? No one?
No.
I don't think we'll need any special tools for this adventure.
Don't say that.
A secret tool for later.
Don't you go brushing off that book.
It's fine. All right. So you guys make it to Treehouse. You make it to Treebeard, whatever name you want to call it. And the tree itself, the tree that you guys, that some of you affectionately actually named Treebeard, seems to have, maybe in your, like, maybe it's just in your mind, who knows, seems to have grown just a little bit. Like, there's more branches, maybe there's, like, leaves growing, which is weird considering it's fall, it's getting colder, and yet it's getting ready to, like, almost bloom in a way. And the door itself, the front door opens fairly easy for you. Looks no different than before. No, it is not growing skin. That sounds so weird out of context, but it's not growing skin. In fact, like, the entryway seems to have been cleaned up a little bit. There's not as much dirt on the ground. Somebody has taken the time to clean up and make this place slightly more habitable.
I think Avery's been here since we last went.
And you step in. Do you guys go check out Treebeard?
Yeah. See if we wanted to point out the symbol, if the symbols are still there.
Yes.
Okay, give me one moment.
Yeah.
Feel free to describe symbols and stuff.
What?
I just feel free to describe what we're doing. Not part of it.
It's probably just kind of looking around while like idly with the lighter. Just
Have you been playing it with it the whole time on like the walk here?
probably.
Just don't keep it on for more than like 10 seconds at a time. Why? You're gonna burn yourself.
Don't tell me what to do. No, I'm kidding. But no, Wyatt's just kind of like looking around and looking respectfully at the back door. No, he's but he's not going there. He's still looking around Treebeard, and he's just gonna kind of walk around the base of it and just see if all the symbols are there.
Does Axel seem like very at home just wherever?
Yeah, I feel like he'd recognize the place and then go explore a little bit on his own. Axel, I mean.
Yeah. So we get in there. I will turn to Wyatt and just be like, yeah, I do think Avery must have come back after, that whole leaf debacle and cleaned up the place or something.
He might have. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. He's been kind of in lately.
Well, we did say we kind of like made this a base of sorts, so I think he's gonna be like, this is where Wyatt's is, so clean.
He was child-proofing it. Okay.
Oh wait, yeah. Nick's gonna go check the back door and see if there's a new lock on it.
Actually, now that you mention it, yes, there is.
Oh my god.
He went through, and it looks like somebody installed one of those latch locks on it, and it has a padlock on it.
No!
There's also a post-it note, and it says, "Don't even think about it."
No, D, come back!
No, D's leaving!
Chat, for reference, D just got up, walked away, and walked out the door and closed it behind him.
Oh my god.
I'm excited about this. I don't want to go back there anyway.
Does anything on the tree look different?
The tree,
like on it, like not other than the new skin, but like
other than new skin. Okay.
Christ.
No, there's no new skin on the tree. It looks like there's some newer branches growing. The trunk of the tree itself looks healthier in some regard. Like, it doesn't look like it's about to die. And you can kind of see where the symbols were, but some of them are still really hard to discern at this point in time. Do you touch the tree?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that's 3 of you.
Group activity. Touch
Wait,
the tree.
wait, is this all happening like while I'm checking the back door, or like am I there as well?
Well, that's what I'm asking. Is are all 4 of you touching the tree? Touching tree?
Well, I was gonna like try to point out the symbols on it. I didn't plan on exactly touching it.
He touches statue.
Theo would touch the tree just because bark nice.
It's gonna touch the tree too.
Smooth baby skin.
Unless I'm like somehow compelled to touch tree. I was just gonna point out the symbols.
Oh my god.
Alright. All of you roll a d20. Just everybody.
Okay.
Everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
Alright, let's do it. Is there a space? Yeah, there is.
Yo, why I got an F20?
Whoa!
You got up!
No.
You shot out of your chair!
I'm happy for you. I am happy for you.
What does that mean?
We don't
Alright,
know.
So, those of you who have the higher rolls, all of you feel compelled to close your eyes. Those of you with the higher rolls, Nick and Wyatt, you both actually like see something with your eyes closed. You guys see like reflections on water. You guys see something moving and shifting, and all of you hear something.
Hello, children.
Oh god.
I see you found the trees in the backyard. I brought them here. This is the best place for them. Imagine if they were to fall into the wrong hands.
Yeah, I think you're cutting out a bit, Amber.
Maze below and being met with a sea of stone faces.
Cutting out a little bit.
So, here they will stay. That old thing is not the only one who can obscure things. This place is safe. I would implore you not to touch those trees. But I cannot stop you if you want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna replay that because it cut out for you guys. 1 second.
Hello, children. I see you found the trees in the backyard. I brought them here. This is the best place for them. Imagine if they were to fall into the wrong hands. Venturing into the maze below and being met with a sea of stone faces. So, here they will stay. That old thing is not the only one who can obscure things. This place is safe. I would implore you not to touch those trees. But I cannot stop you if you want to.
And as that ends, Wyatt and Nick, the water and the reflections on the water seem to disappear, and you all can open your eyes.
Okay.
My Milo's gonna be
Why?
like, did the tree just talk to you too?
It wasn't the tree.
Told you the tree could talk.
You were right.
It sounded
Quiet! That was clearly not the tree.
Well, we touched the tree, and then it's the tree.
I didn't touch the tree, and I saw it.
It's your opinion.
Okay.
So,
You
so
said
the
that's not-
tree. Go ahead.
No, do you think?
The tree has a voice, but the tree doesn't want us to touch the other trees.
It doesn't want us to touch the trees out back. You know, the ones that kind of made Wyatt's color disappear?
Yeah, the other tree. This tree's fine, and then he'll like pat it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, nothing
Got
happens
it.
when you pat that tree.
got it.
If anything, you might actually feel like a little bit of contentment. Like, yay, this tree's good.
Oh,
Aw.
So you said that sounded like Sentinel, the voice you spoke to.
Yes, the one who was not happy about the tree.
Listen, okay. Clearly, Sentinel at least put the trees here, and he knows about the tree. Oh, it's not a terrible thing to associate him with trees.
Okay, but he doesn't want us touching the trees out back, but he said that's the safest place for them to be. He also just said this place is safe. He hit some, like, implication that he was hiding this place from something.
If this place is safe, then why would he put dangerous trees in the backyard?
I don't know. Maybe if you're just, you know, not touching them, Wyatt, they're fine.
Well, you know, trial and error. You gotta test it out a little bit.
Okay, well, we're not testing anything out because your brother seems to have put a lock on the back door.
If we don't go through the back door.
Wyatt?
Okay, fine. We'll look for the symbols.
Okay.
So the notches.
Yeah, so we filled in these couple over here. So we have that one that looks like, you know, a circle of like pointy triangles facing inward. We got this other one that looks like a moth. And we have this one over here that's like the upside down star, or I guess you could call it a pentacle.
Found it in the basement.
I think Lore found the moth one, and I think Maxie found the circle of teeth.
I guess we can look around and see if there's any more.
It was Lore found the teeth one, Maxie found the one in the basement.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we could just try to search around the house, see if there's anything else we haven't looked through. We found the symbol that goes in these two notches at the front here up on a desk upstairs, but it was broken. And kind of half of it's broken again. We have it wrapped up and buried out behind a rock. It's nearby.
That's the bad one.
That's the bad one.
Okay.
But the rest of these, when we put them in, they just kind of did a whoosh with light. And that's all they really did. So we don't know if it does anything. But it's something. They seem to have some kind of system here going on, or some kind of power behind them.
Do you think we could ask the tree?
I don't think so, but you know what, Milo? Go for it.
Wyatt's gonna step to the side and do like a go ahead. Just...
Ahead, my lord.
He's actually gonna not do it. He's gonna back away and say, no, that's okay.
Oh no!
No.
You made him anxious, Wyatt.
I didn't mean to! The trees talk, okay. Clearly the tree talks.
If
so,
you want
I mean...
to ask the tree, Wyatt, you are more than free to ask the tree, Wyatt.
Okay, Wyatt's gonna do it out of spite.
Here I was about to bribe him with a gummy worm.
No, I no. He's gonna put his hand back on the tree, and he's just. What's Wyatt asking? He's gonna
ask it if it likes the statues or the things the things. Then he's
The
gonna
little shapes we're putting in.
yeah. Ask if he likes it.
Okay, got it. And he's gonna put his hand on the tree. And he's gonna ask.
All right, so Wyatt puts his hand on Treebeard and asks the tree, "Do you like the little symbols?" Is that what you're asking?
Is that Wyatt's new prayer?
Is that your new prayer?
No. This is a purely spiteful request.
Alright, so, like, do you, like, full hand on the tree? Do you just, like, finger, like, how are you touching the tree and asking it this question?
I mean, it's gonna be his whole hand, but it's just gonna be, like, casual, like, you know. He expects it to work in his mind.
Do you ask verbally or in your head?
Verbally. Okay. Just to, like, so they hear it.
Alright.
Probably about to embarrass himself in a minute, but you know, it's fine.
It's fine. So you ask, and you get the feeling something heard you, but nothing is gonna respond.
Did it say anything?
So we just stand around tentatively for like a minute waiting to hear something.
He's on lunch break, sorry guys. He's gonna take his hand off and back away.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you got your kicks, Wyatt.
Hey, it was worth a shot.
I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just... Let's just look for the symbols.
How many notches are there on the tree in total?
There's the 4 that they already knew about, and it looks like there could be more, but it's iffy. It's a bit uncertain on what's there, what could be a notch, what could just be a branch that had gotten cut off because of when they built the house around it, things like that. It's difficult to tell right now.
Yeah, so we weren't able to make out too much without knowing what the symbol shapes are like to begin with.
Okay. Well, I guess it's worth checking out more in-depth places you guys didn't cover.
They checked one of the rooms upstairs with the sleeping bags, which is where the bookshelf one was. Then there was the basement and the kitchen, were the ones that were already checked.
Okay.
Oh, as you guys are standing here, some of you may have noticed that there is a car battery just sitting here, nonchalantly hooked up to a amp. It looks like it's kind of been shifted over up against the wall, but there is a car battery definitely still there. And while you think on that, we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break. Because I'm taking a break early because I took a break late last time and lost track of time. So, see you guys in about 5 minutes.
Don't think too hard about it.
Don't think too hard about it, it's fine.
Don't think too hard about it.
Alright, hold on. Hold on, everyone. Hold your horses. Okay. Alright. Okay. We are back. We are back. Before we left, you guys were talking about doing things. But as I clicked the button over, I heard Wyatt wants. So, isn't that Wyatt wants? Please share with the class.
Well, they were saying that clearly Sentinel does not want us to touch the trees, but he said that we could if we want to, and I said, well, Wyatt wants to. So
it's just a matter of getting that door open, huh?
Can I text our chaperone before Wyatt goes outside?
You can totally text. You can totally text. You're texting Alex, you said?
Yeah, thank you.
No!
Alright, what are you texting Alex? No. How are you phrasing this?
Hi. We went to the tree house. You can come join us if you want. I think they're going outside. Okay, see ya. And he left in the ums too.
Okay, when you text Alex, did you text Alex directly or did you just send it to the HQ chat? I have to ask.
Wait, should I?
What would Milo do? What would Milo do?
What would Milo do?
I don't want to get you in trouble. I wouldn't want to get you in trouble. Wait, can I roll? Can I one out of
we can
50-50?
Yeah, we can roll.
50-50
We can roll.
it?
Roll it.
Okay, you gotta say which is which before you roll it.
Wait, what do I do? What should I roll?
Okay.
You can roll a 1d2, which would be a 1 or a 2.
Yeah, so you can make 1 that it goes to the HQ chat, 2 goes just to Alex.
2 is HQ chat.
Okay, 2 is HQ chat. Okay.
Whoa!
Oh.
Oh, you got so lucky there. Okay, it went directly to Alex.
Good job, Milo.
Gosh, that was scary for a hot second there. Because I was just I was already imagining Avery coming in, like a
Avery wants to know your location.
Yeah, it turned on your location. Avery just wants to talk. Kind of thing.
Avery can smell it. Avery's standing behind Alex's shoulder right now.
Bloodhound.
So, Avery's actually in the backyard. He's just standing behind the door waiting for him to.
Okay, I kind of wish I could draw. I wish I could draw that so bad. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so you text Alex that, and Alex responds almost immediately, "Oh, hey, cool. I'll be there in 5. I'm not that far away. Try and keep them distracted at least that long." And then a peace sign emoji.
Casual Alex hanging out in the woods.
In his van. In their van.
You say, "Okay, smiley face."
Milo say that he was texting Alex, or was it just a low-key text?
No, he didn't say that out loud.
Yeah, I think it was low-key, because Milo specifically said, "I think they're gonna go outside."
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Yeah, on one hand, I'm be chaotic, and then on the other hand, I'm he's not a chaotic boy, he's nice.
See,
I really feel like
Theo
Alex is gonna show up and be like, "Yeah, open the back door," whatever.
We've got the brain cell, the moral compass. Well, actually, both of you are a moral compass, and then the 2 chaotic bitches.
That is definitely a great way to describe this group. Alright, so, Alex is on their way.
Thank you for that, drummer.
What are people, doing? Well, they don't know that Alex is on their way.
Want to take a peek in one of the rooms where they haven't yet discovered a statue.
Okay, so there's I think there is like a bathroom that's kind of become like a little almost like a terrarium at this point because of the plants that have kind of just grown out of control there. There's a closet, there's... I'm trying to think of how many rooms are in this place. I think I described it at one point, but every time you look, you know what? It seems like there's yet another room.
Let's check the bathroom. I'm really curious.
All right.
Our little terrarium.
The little terrarium. You're in there and you look, and it looks like the plants that were added in there were long after like the bathroom became unusable, like years after like plumbing had been shut down, all of that. But they're all growing strong. Does Theo have any plant knowledge at all?
I would honestly like to say that the majority of my characters are just as obsessed with plants as I am, so I'd say so.
Okay. So you, Theo, you notice that a lot of these are safe plants. None of them are poisonous, like whether it be to the touch or to like actually consuming them. Some of them are flowering, some of them are just plain succulents that happen to get like the remaining some form of humid air. You get the feeling that if this room had been any bigger, it would have been like a perfect garden / like oasis like area. But it's this small little bathroom off the hallway that has just turned into this, like, when the door is closed, you can't see any of the greenery whatsoever, but as soon as you open it, you get that sense of relief from like just all of the plants.
That's so cute.
Like there's hanging plants, some of them are growing like into the wall, like some of them are sprouting out of the tile on the ground, like they're just everywhere. There's almost nowhere safe to step even because there's just so much.
I was gonna say, any nooks and crannies that something could potentially have been stuffed into?
Plenty, if you wish to investigate.
Yes.
Alright, give me a roll.
Got this. You got this, Theo.
For some reason, I'm like bracing. Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
You do manage to find a figure, almost like made from molten metal, as if it was poured into a form and then solidified. It is hidden back. I'm trying to imagine like in a kind of like in the medicine cabinet, or where a medicine cabinet would be if the door was still there. And it looks like a couple of sickles. When you hold it, it's heavy, and it's solid. The sickles themselves aren't sharp, but you could very easily brain somebody with how heavy this this little statuette is.
Gonna take some time to admire the room a little bit more, because and
Cool plant room.
Oh, Theo already has ideas, let's be real. And then they would take it downstairs toward the tree and first just say, "Hey, I think I found another," and look for an appropriate spot to put it on the tree.
It was just kind of idly standing around the tree, so he will help look for a place for that to fit.
I can't remember if I made you guys investigate to find where the symbols go or not.
You made us investigate initially, but once we had the pieces, it was just like a matter of finding the right shape.
Medusa, no. So you go looking for the spot, and you find one about eye level, not quite visible from the front door, but as you walk around the tree, you're like, I feel like this fits here. And you place it, and there's almost like this faint glow, and then it's done. And it's
Well,
like
I see what you mean about the spooky glow.
Yep.
Say again.
It's once again, it's this feeling of contentment. Like, yes, there's something. This is good. This whole situation is good.
Spooky.
It really is. but we don't question it.
Yeah, that seems like a fair assessment at this point.
Glad we're on the same page.
Alex comes in at this point, opens the door. For some reason, I have the meme of like, Mom, oh my god, like that meme kind of thing of throwing open the door, almost like kicking it, but not quite. Like, it's more of like, they just kind of throw it open and stride in, and they're like, alright, what are you troublemakers up to?
Alex is gonna, or not Alex, Wyatt's gonna jump for a second, like thinking it might be Avery.
Primal SpongeBob.
You just see them like in the middle of placing it into the tree. Just frozen with their heads turning around.
Yeah, he's like, oh, it's just you.
You have a guilty conscience, don't you, Wyatt?
No. No.
Wyatt has no reason to feel guilty. Certainly not with that amp in the corner.
Wyatt kicks it around the corner. What amp?
Oh my god.
Alex like shakes their head, and they're like, alright, what are you all doing here? Like, this place is supposed to be safe, but that doesn't mean you come here all the time.
We're just hanging out. I thought you might want to join, so.
Nick was off in another room looking around and comes around the corner and he's just like, okay.
Right, because Nick doesn't like Alex.
Nick does not like Alex.
Right.
No.
Alex is like, well, okay. And they kind of like peer at you guys placing the symbol on the tree. And they're like, oh, there's more of those?
I've never seen them before?
To be honest, I've never actually gone looking. It didn't feel necessary. I felt like
Found this one in the bathroom.
Huh, that's a spot. No, it just felt like if they were meant to be on there, they would have been on there for a reason, you know?
So you're saying you think they were scattered around the house for a reason?
I think the tree likes them.
Yeah, I feel like they were removed for a reason, but
the tree didn't say anything about the symbols. It just told us about the other trees.
That wasn't the tree speaking, Wyatt.
Was the tree.
The other... Alex, like, almost like squints, and it's like, what about the other trees?
No, it was Theo said it sounded like Sentinel who spoke to us, warning us not to touch the trees out back, which makes perfect sense, Wyatt.
But it said if we wanted to touch the trees, then you couldn't stop us.
Do you know
Something
the code to the padlock?
Yes, Alex. I also would to know.
Alex sighs and is like, yes, I technically know the code to the padlock.
Milo's just gonna nod and say nothing else.
How many gummy worms would it take for you to give us the code?
You see, Alex is actually really conflicted about this.
Oh.
I have 3 bags that I would be willing to barter.
Alex, I will give you whatever dinner I was going to buy Wyatt.
How did they get it? We had a deal.
You're trying to get the code to go out back! That kind of breaks the deal, Wyatt!
Never said I was trying to go back, okay? I was just curious what the code was.
So
just gonna start saying random numbers to gauge their reaction. It's like 6 8
So do you know about the trees out back?
I know plenty about the trees out back.
How much would you be willing to share is the question, I suppose.
Sorry about the chat.
Finch.
God damn it, Finch.
Well, what do you want to know?
Those are clearly not normal trees out back.
They are not.
Are they like, if I had to take a guess, are they hosting something like Avery hosts Beacon?
In
a tree.
Huh?
No, go ahead.
No, you go. You were talking. I insist.
No, I wasn't. Continue, Alex.
No.
I not saying I did, but theoretically, if someone to one of the trees, what, and their arm turned gray, why would that be?
I believe
theory
is that you become another tree. Eventually.
Ew.
I told you not to touch them, Wyatt.
So are those people? Were those people?
Some of them may have been at one point.
You tore a leaf off a person, Wyatt.
It might not have been only some of them.
Milo looks horrified.
I don't know.
They call out because they're under the impression that maybe they can give it to somebody else and they'll be free. But it just spreads more.
Okay, so you were saying it's kind of like one of us getting possessed by a voice?
Kind of. I'm pretty sure that one of them came up with this curse.
Can it be undone?
I haven't figured out how. Which is why I believe they're being kept here, because if they're here, random people can't get caught.
Sentinel mentioned. Oh, go ahead.
Well, Sentinel's hiding this place so people don't wander haphazardly into these trees.
Something about being stone-faced. Or becoming stone-faced.
Yeah, like trees.
Yeah.
So Wyatt, don't touch the trees.
I didn't touch the tree. I touched the leaf.
That's part of the tree.
But it's not the whole tree?
Depending on what you touch, depends on how fast it grows.
Okay.
Leaf is slightly slower, branch, but if you touch the trunk, the flesh, the skin, it's almost instant.
All of that.
No, no. Okay, I think we'd like to change the subject.
Alex jokingly gestures to the door and he's like, "You sure you don't want to try? You don't want to test my theory?"
I don't think we want to open the back door.
Do you
Sounded
ever
so eager.
I wasn't. Wyatt was.
Get him, Alex. Get him. Get him.
You ever tried? You said that they. Wow. Have you ever tried talking back?
Not successfully.
Do they just say the same things over and over?
Pretty much, and the longer you're with them, the louder they get until they're all you can hear.
Yeah, why can't we hear anybody else when we're in there? And they can't hear us when they're outside.
I think that's part of the protection that Sentinel has created. The door being hard to open, the limiting what sounds you can hear. I think that's all with the intent of protecting those inside the house. But Sentinel isn't the only one who protects it here.
What?
I'm pretty sure Beacon has played a role. Curio, a couple of them, protect this house. This house is a safe space.
Have any of the voices to undo what happened to the people in the backyard? Or is it just don't know where to start?
I think it's more they're all spread so thin. Too many, how does that go? Like, too many hands and too many pies or something like that?
Too many cooks spoils the broth.
Yeah.
And besides, I think there's bigger fish to fry, considering people are still actively going missing.
They are.
I feel like the tree people would be sad if they heard you say that.
Well, they're not going anywhere.
Oof.
Okay.
Too soon.
What do you want me to say? For all we know, they could have just been, just like us, wandering out there and haphazardly touching a tree.
From what
Who would do that?
do know, some of them have been longer than Havenhill has been around, so I don't, as sad as it is to say, they're not really a priority right now. There are living people, living things that currently actively need us more than something that hasn't moved in decades.
These are living things.
And they'll continue to be living, apparently, if some of them have been here before any of us were here.
Milo was squinting at you. Nick.
I was about to be like, who's you? I was like, what's you?
You want to say something, Milo?
No, he's just squinting.
Okay.
So, what's up with the beard tree in the middle? Is it? We just touched it and we heard Sentinel. So, is there something about that one too?
I don't think he's particularly fond of a specific tree. If he is, that's something new. It could be he just needed to let you know something. But I don't think I can emphasize how much this place is special. This place... It's more than a base. It's a safe house. It's a refuge. It's... The more we look around here, the more we're finding evidence that people hid here. People hide here. And while they remain here, they're safe. So... the tree is here for a reason. I don't necessarily... That's not really information I specifically have. If I find anything in all of, like, the folders and the notes and that Avery Sawyer and I have been steadily finding, I can certainly keep you updated, but it's mostly just miscellaneous things.
It's something.
Oh. And you're saying you've seen these symbols before when you've been here, like...
Well, you can notice them in the tree. And they point to, like, the butterfly one, and they're like, that one I feel like was pretty obvious in the library, so... Things like that, but never thought to move them or put them on the tree. That seems weird.
I mean, they do a weird shiny flash when you put them in, so I think it's doing something.
I would say that's comforting, but I actually don't feel comforted by that.
Well, I mean, the bad one is for the 2 notches in the front there. If you put those 2 pillars in, you get a weird scratching in the back of your head, like the noise down in the tunnels below. So we kind of slapped that one out of there, and it's now buried under a rock.
Well, to be entirely fair, there's no guarantee any of them are good. And there's no guarantee any of them are bad. There's just ones we dislike more. Like the ones
this one
underneath.
This one felt pretty bad.
I mean, like, it at least seemed at least connected to whatever's going down in the tunnels. Because it gave you the same feeling in the back of your head.
Brain go burr.
Yeah, as best as one could describe, I suppose.
Alex nods almost sagely and is like, yeah, brain go burr. It's not a fun feeling. But yeah, we just... Anything having to do with that one, I vote we destroy. And let it have less of a basis in Haven Hill, at least.
So you think it's a bad idea to be putting these symbols on the tree?
I think it could be. I don't have any proof. I just have my gut feeling.
Did Sentinel know?
Quite possibly, yeah. More than likely. And if not him, one of the others sure probably knows. Alex pauses and kind of like crosses their arms and is like, so why did you want Briar's number?
I don't know.
No reason.
Probably to do something with the trees out back, if I had to take a guess, but I didn't want to hand in any of that.
Okay.
I just wanted Briar's number for future reference, you know? The more, adults are chaperones and all that.
Briar is cool.
I don't think Briar's gonna make a good chaperone.
She's cool.
I don't care how cool she is. She goes around lighting fires.
Alex, isn't Briar cool? It doesn't seem like I'm gonna be getting any back.
Alex is like, I don't... Honestly, I can't... To be completely honest, I don't care whether or not you have her number.
You gotta...
Briar, when called upon, has been quite helpful. However, I do know there would be quite a fit thrown should someone call Briar without weighing the consequences. If you do want her number, Alex seems to struggle with this for a moment. If you do want her number, I need you to promise and swear on everything that you will not call her or text her unless it's absolutely necessary.
Milo will do the little cross over his heart and he'll say, I will not call her unless it's an absolute emergency and people are dying.
Alex pauses and is like, people might die but okay. And holds out their hand and is like,
Briar might kill people.
He'll hit his phone over.
Alright, Milo, you have Briar's number.
Oh my god.
Oh no, Milo's acquired. No.
Yeah.
And before Alex hands it back to you, or Alex hands it back to you, but before you can actually take it away, they grab your hand and make a point of making eye contact with you. And they're like, if you give out her number to anybody, I'll hurt you myself.
He actually looks scared. He nods and says, okay.
Alex nods and then lets go. Stands upright. Kind of brushes themselves off, brushing off all of oh, okay.
He can send it to us, right?
The stare you receive from Alex is so strong. And Alex is like, I may not have known you very long, Wyatt, but I've known your brother for years.
I'm sure he's only said good things about me.
The best.
Oh my god.
So, I know too much about you. Do not make me use this information.
No, nothing.
I, for one, am for Wyatt not having Briar's number.
I think that's about it. What if there's an emergency?
Well, supposedly we're supposed to stay in our groups, so then
what
Milo
if we
can make the
get
call.
separated from the group?
Well, then
Why would you separate from the group?
That we will have to deal with when it happens.
Yeah, unless you're gonna die. And I mean if I think you're dying, then I will call, but if you're just missing, then we can figure that one out.
We don't need Briar burning down half the town looking for you.
You wouldn't burn down half the town.
Sorry, all of the town looking for
It'd
you.
be quarter of the...
Alex just kind of stares off into the distance, and you get the feeling Alex is already regretting giving the number.
So, do you,
Bree would definitely want me to have...
Do you need any help with anything?
In what regard?
Oh, do this.
I think Milo's trying to get at any form of investigation for any of the missing people.
Well, Alex looks at their phone. Well, there's a beep. They get it a text notification. They look at their phone and sigh, and they're like, okay, I'll deal with that in a bit, and don't even open it up. There's just the unread notification. And they pull open a notes on their phone, and they're like, there's a couple things you can look into. we... How much are you interested in helping us find those who got Sawyer caught?
What?
The ones who got Sawyer caught underneath.
3.
The bad kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It would give us a better idea of who not to trust.
Seems like a good place to start, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
Alex nods and is like, okay. Have any of you noticed kids happening to watch people a lot? Like during class or between classes or...
Have we?
Would we have to like roll to see if we noticed anything like that?
Well, I know somebody specifically here has noticed it. Whether or not they remember that is an entirely different story.
Ooh.
What?
So yeah, probably roll for it. Roll a comprehension check.
Do we all do that?
Yeah, you can all do that. Everybody hydrate.
Take a pour on my water, BRB.
Two sixes.
My poor boy does not comprehend. This is so sad.
Your boy is sweet and must be protected at all costs.
Let me see. I'm a slow typer. Ooh,
Oh, there you go.
comprehend a
All
little.
right.
A little
Okay.
bit.
A little bit.
Which is great. Nick, you very vividly remember a group of kids watching multiple times as Mr. Gallagher pulled you to the side to talk to you about the statuette.
Oh, I thought they were just like weirded out by the situation, but yeah, they did do that.
And Wyatt, you remember Nick mentioning this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess I'd speak up and I'd say, yeah, I remember a couple kids in the hallway look at me all weird when I was trying to speak to Mr. Gallagher, you know, before his untimely thing.
I'm just gonna be interested in something not in the direction of everybody.
Mr. Gallagher tried to talk to you?
We talked a couple times actually about one of the symbols we found for the tree here because, well, nobody was giving us answers to anything and we didn't know what was going on, so I showed him one of the symbols. He pulled me into his classroom and he was like, look, you gotta get rid of that stuff. That's stuff you shouldn't be messing with. Go home, go to bed, be safe, be a normal kid.
I mean, that fits what I know of him.
Yeah, like, he definitely could have gone about it better without trying to scare me, but like, he clearly had some good intentions.
Probably thought fear might have been the only way to get through to you.
Maybe.
Well, those kids might be our culprits. Before Sawyer and others got captured down below, there had been a couple teens here and there that had taken far too much interest in what we were doing. And so they might have been the reason Sawyer got caught. And I hesitate to say it, but they might have been the reason Mr. Gallagher is dead.
If a couple teens could have done what happened to Mr. Gallagher.
He said he died of a heart attack.
Do you really think he died of a heart attack?
I don't know if the coroner's on whatever Red Acre payroll, but I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I mean, this is a stretch, but if they work for Chorus, then maybe Chorus sent the invisible thing after him. And that's what got him.
And Chorus is just doing like a everything gesture with his hands. They're the ones that...
Alex nods.
Okay. Why would they help them if they're like big bad?
I don't... Maybe they're originally from there? Or maybe their parents are part of the whole thing? I don't know, and until we get a hold of them or catch one of them, we won't know. But Alex's phone goes off 3-4 times, and they look at it, and they close their eyes and sigh. They're like, okay, we're gonna call it here. I need to go pick up Sawyer from the water tower. Would, just for safety's sake, are you guys good to get home fine? Like, do you guys need a ride or anything?
I'm good.
I think I'm okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
But I do have one question before you go.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you're talking about these kids, you know, somewhat working for Chorus, and clearly I may be able to remember the face of one or two of them if I see them again, but what am I? We don't exactly just tackle them at school. What?
If
one's on a lacrosse team.
Alex, like, snickers, and they're like, if you can get their names, at the minimum, that gives me something that I can do. I can try and figure out their connections to Chorus, if there's a connection to Chorus, because for all I know, maybe it's just a bunch of really fucked up teenagers that decided to kill their teacher. Like, but if there's connections to Chorus, then there's something to that theory.
Have any needs for us? Like anywhere to start? Or just start with who we think at school might be?
It's probably at school. There might be some outsiders, but Alex is like, I don't... So, somebody else other than me has been, like, hacking into the cameras. So, and just blatantly leaving obvious hints that they're there or watching. So somebody else has seen some things. So somebody else is paying attention.
Are there cameras at the school? Like, someone that would have seen what happened to Mr. Gallagher, or?
Yeah. Cameras, like, of the parking lot, of hallways, cafeteria, just places of interest. There's a specific camera angle that if I happen to, like, look at it right on a certain day, I can actually see the front of the school, but it's really
Thing out,
finicky.
Amber.
Oh, I don't know why.
You couldn't get the last part of there.
Oh, there's a certain camera that if I happen to look at it at a certain time of day that I can actually see the front of the school, but it's really finicky. I think a bird keeps bumping it. But there's somebody else also watching.
Seems pretty amateur and arrogant if they're leaving signs.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, so I'm kind of hoping they're your age and they're just making mistakes because they don't know any better and they haven't learned better yet. So if you can hunt anything down, find anything, that would be helpful.
Have any footage from Friday of the parking lot at school?
I haven't had a chance to look. I've been collaborating with Sawyer about some of the missing kids and a hunt there, and trying to convince Avery not to do some absurd things, and you know,
Absurd thing.
don't worry about it.
He's my brother. I'm worried about it.
Trust me, if he does anything, you will be the last person to get harmed.
What? You cut out again. I'm sorry.
You would be the last person to be harmed.
But I'm still curious.
Alex's phone beeps again, and they're like, "Okay, we gotta go. I'm not leaving you guys here without some form of chaperone. Let's go. You're going home. I gotta go get Sawyer."
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
Real quick, I want to snap a photo of the symbols we have so far, just to take with me.
Cool. You have a photo of the symbol so far.
Yeah.
It's saved on your phone, on your little camera roll. All right.
Totally not chorus hacked phone.
Totally not chorus hacked phone.
Look, I've had the others on my phone this entire time. I just didn't have the see the grudge one.
Yeah.
You be the undercover spies.
Are you? I don't know. All right. And
Maybe you're an undercover spy.
do you all go home? Do all of you go straight home? Do you guys make any detours?
I see no reason to like meander about. I'm just gonna head home, but on the walk back, I'm absolutely gonna just elbow Wyatt. I say, "What did I text you immediately after I told you there were cameras?"
Okay, well, I didn't see the camera, obviously. It's fine. Okay,
We're gonna
maybe
get
Alex
you
will-
thinking about these kind of things in the future.
Do you guys want to go out for dinner since we didn't open the door?
Is this? Oh, yeah, that's true. Nick, you said. Nick said.
I will only buy you an entree. No appetizers, no desserts, Wyatt.
I'll buy
Uh,
desserts.
Okay, fine. Deal.
Look, you tried to
I'm
get
not
the code for the door, okay?
It doesn't matter that I tried. You said if the door was untouched, and I didn't touch the door.
I don't think he's wrong, honestly. I think he specifically said untouched.
You should have been more specific when making your end of the deal, so that's on you.
Fine, whatever. Let's just head to a diner.
Alright. You guys go, you guys have dinner. I don't know how that goes. You guys can discuss that amongst yourselves in fun free times. Alex, before you guys split up with Alex insists that you guys text them to let them know that you got home safe. Hopefully sooner rather than later, but completely understandable if you guys are eating dinner kind of thing.
Diner selfie.
Diner selfie. And we will end this session here. I feel like this is a good stopping point for right now. So say goodbye to chat.
Goodbye, chat.
Thank you for joining us.
Goodbye, chat.
Don't touch any suspicious trees.
Let's steal the leaves.
No.
Yes.
Alright, you're muted. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining us during session 1 of season 2 of Side Dusk. Join us in 2 weeks for session 2. You can join us and talk about like theories and speculations in our Discord, explore our website, betterthanparadise.card.co. We have Twitters, we have a TikTok even. There's ways you can get more involved in the story, but we will see you all next time. Until then, bye-bye.